Today, we're diving into one of the most bizarre and hilarious chapters of Australian history, the Great Emu War. Yes, you heard that right, a war against birds. And spoiler alert, the emus kind of won. It's 1932, and Australia is going through a tough time. The Great Depression is in full swing, and many veterans from World War I have been given land to farm in Western Australia. But as these farmers work hard to grow crops, an unexpected enemy arrives on the scene: thousands of emus. Emus are large, flightless birds native to Australia, and during this time, around 20,000 of them decided to migrate inland, right where the farmers had planted their crops. The birds, oblivious to the farmers' hard work, began wreaking havoc on the wheat fields. Desperate for help, the farmers asked the Australian government to do something about these feathery invaders. The government decided to send in the military. Armed with machine guns and ready for action, Major G.P.W. Meredith and his troops were deployed to Western Australia to deal with the emu problem. The plan? Simple: round up the emus and, well, get rid of them. On paper, it seemed like an easy job, but little did the soldiers know, these birds were more than a match for the army. The first battle took place in early November 1932. The soldiers found about 1,000 emus gathered near a dam. They set up their Lewis guns and began firing. But to their surprise, the emus scattered quickly. These birds were fast, and despite the army's efforts, only a few were hit. Emus can run at speeds of up to 50 kilometers per hour, and they didn't exactly line up neatly for target practice. The soldiers quickly realized that trying to shoot a moving emu was like trying to hit a moving target in a video game: frustrating and nearly impossible. Over the next few days, the military tried different strategies. They mounted machine guns on trucks, hoping to chase down the birds. But as it turns out, the rough Australian terrain made it hard to aim while driving, and the emus outran the vehicles. Major Meredith would later say, "If we had a military division with the bullet-carrying capacity of these birds, it would face any army in the world." After nearly a month of effort, the soldiers had only managed to kill around 1,000 emus out of an estimated 20,000. The campaign was declared a failure, and the military eventually withdrew. The emus had won the war. The emus weren't defeated, and the farmers were left to deal with the problem in other ways, like building better fences. And while this whole episode might seem ridiculous now, it's remembered as one of the strangest military operations in history. Today, the Great Emu War is a quirky part of Australian folklore. It's often brought up as a humorous reminder that sometimes, even with the best plans, nature has a way of winning. Fun fact: despite losing the war, Australia still has a lot of emus, and they're even featured on the country's coat of arms. So maybe they're not such bad guys after all. And that's the story of the Great Emu War, a conflict that proves just how resilient nature can be. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more weird and fun facts from around the world. Have any bizarre stories you want us to cover? Let us know in the comments.